Hello, my crafty friends. It's Crystal with Happy to Plan. I am going to be creating a pocket letter today with this beautiful bag that I found at the Dollar Tree. And on the back of the bag was this beautiful gold image of the Eiffel Tower that I have cut out, and I'm going to be using this for my inspiration for this pocket letter. I also found this cute notepad at Daiso, and it had some images, some kind of vintage images, so I'm going to be using the paper in this notepad as well. And this is for my friend Rhonda, who had did a pocket letter swap with. She just sent me a box full of goodies for my birthday, and I went ahead and created this pocket letter and gave her some goodies as well for her birthday. That was in May. I'll go ahead and link that video below if you're interested at all in checking out what she gave me. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and go through what we did with this pocket letter. So like I said, this paper pad had a lot of really nice vintage images in it. And the one thing that I liked about this particular paper pad was that the images were like in the corners or on the sides. So I thought it would be really cute to use it to as a backdrop to each little pocket. So what I'm doing here first is the paper, obviously this is just a paper bag image, so it was a little bit flimsy, so I wanted to go ahead and back it with some cardstock. So I'm just going to glue that onto some cardstock and then just fussy cut that out. Also, to add some stability to the paper that came from the notebook, I'm going to be cutting up cardstock to fit in each of the pockets and then gluing the paper onto the cardstock. That'll give it some stability because it's fairly thin paper. And what I'm going to be doing is adding embellishments to each individual pocket based on the image that's on the particular paper. And we'll go ahead and go through each of those pockets and kind of walk through what the embellishments were that I've used. The plan is to put that image of the Eiffel Tower on top of the pockets. So what I'm planning on doing is leaving the middle pocket fairly plain. So the main focal point is going to be that Eiffel Tower. I got this paper pack which has a lot of really beautiful images of butterflies and birds and postcards and different images like that. So I'm going to be using a lot of images from that particular paper pack. And one of the first pockets had the paper from the Daiso notebook had a postcard in the top corner. And so what I'm planning on doing is those stamped images that I'm gluing on now came from the paper pack. They were cut out, die cuts from that paper pack. And the little postcard with the letters, that was also a paper embellishment from that paper pack. I wrapped some twine around that cutout to just give it some dimension, and then add a couple little phrase stickers there. Now, the other thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to ink up the corner so that when I put it back into the pocket, it's going to have the whole outer edge of the pocket letter is going to be inked up. So here's a clip of an image of what the pocket looks up close. And then the next pocket had a picture of a bird on it. So I wanted to cut out this little saying that says, "Let your dreams take flight." I thought that was cute with the birdie image. I tore the end of the paper just to kind of give it a little bit more of a vintage look, and then just inked up that part that I tore. that little bird that's sitting there is also part of that paper pack. And then I found another little floral there. I'm just going to add that to the corner. And I do put a foam sticker behind the flower image to kind of make it a little bit of dimension, a little higher than the rest of the other little cutouts on that page. And the little birdie image is there. I'm also going to take one of the charms that I got at Michael's. There's a little flower charm that I'm going to also include on that little pocket as well. I'm just pulling out a bunch of random things that I forgot I had. So that charm is one I'm going to be using to include on that pocket. So I'm just going to get my glue gun there and glue that on there. And you'll see here in a second, I'm also going to be showing you the image of what it looks like up close. So you can see that I've glued the charm on there, and then the image of the bird in the background is the paper, and then the image in the front is the cutout that came from that paper pack. I did also ink up the corner, the left-hand corner of that paper, so that again, the whole page is inked all the way around. Now I'm going to start working on the bottom left-hand side of the pocket letter. I found that canvas stamp at Michael's, and I thought that looked really cute. It just had the image of an Eiffel Tower, so I kind of wanted to do a kind of a male theme as well. So I took that image, this little stamp, and then that other little image said something on it about postage. So I thought that was cute as well. And I'm sorry I'm off the camera, but basically what I'm doing here is just getting some of my washi tape that's kind of like a brown vintagey feel to it, and putting it there on the end. And then I'm just lining it up just to make sure that nothing interferes with that image of the Eiffel Tower. And what am I doing here? Let's see. Oh yeah, what I did here was I got a Post-it. I have little Post-its that look like envelopes. And so I just inked that up because the white was a little bit too harsh on that piece of paper. So I just inked it up so it kind of looked old and like an old piece of mail, and put that there in the corner there. And as you can see, I'm inking the edges. And I think I also am going to pull out a washi tape. I believe I got that washi from Daiso, and it's just images of like a mail and stamp and stuff like that. You can see that here in the little picture that I put in the image of the stamp, and all that looks really cute together. And again, I keep lining that Eiffel Tower up just because I want to make sure that whatever I'm going to put that on top of it, so I don't want any of the images to be kind of in the way when I put that down. All right, the other one was, this particular pocket was fairly simple in that it really didn't have any kind of design on the page that's from the notebook. So what I'm doing here is I just took a cutout. I believe that says something about live life or something like that. We'll see when I show the picture. But then I took a brad and I stuck that in the corner there. And then I'm also going to take a couple of these little silver embellishment stickers and stick them on there as well. And then I'm going to take that little butterfly and just layer it right on top of there. And I take some of this washi. It's kind of got like a florally print to it. And I believe that's a Seven Gypsies washi. It's more like masking tape than washi, but it's really pretty. And I think it added a little bit of a dimension to this pocket. So now I'm going to go ahead and work on the bottom pocket there in the corner. And that already had an image of the Eiffel Tower on it with some pretty purple flowers. So really didn't have to add a whole lot. I had this charm. It says enjoy the little things, and that came from a Tuesday morning charm pack that I got. And so I went ahead and just included it on there. It's really all it needed. And then that little cutout right there of the rose, Ronda pocket letter that she gave me had that in it, and it matched so perfectly with the image of that flower that was on there already. So I just backed it up with some peach colored paper to kind of give it some dimension, rounded the corners, and that was all I did with that pocket, and I think it turned out really cute. Oh wait, I did do one additional thing. I also included some pearl embellishments as well. So I'm going to put that back into the pocket there. And the last thing that I'm going to do is just add a little bit of trim to the pocket at the top. I have this lace trim that I have. It's got an adhesive back to it. I got it at Daiso, and I went ahead and just included that on the top there, just to give it a little bit of texture on that page. And then I do take my phone tape and glue on that image of the Eiffel Tower. So then I took some of that washi that I used earlier that has that floral print on it, and I just lined the outside with that washi on both sides, and then I am going to add a couple little bows to each of the holes. So I take some ribbon that I got, and the other thing that I also did on the front of the pocket, which I did not show in the video, is I added a flower bow that I got from the 99 cent Only store, and it had a clip on it, so I just clipped it straight to the pocket letter, and it was really nice because it was like the exact right color. So one other thing that I did was I took my glitter mist and I misted each page. So each pocket I took out and I sprayed some glitter mist on, and it did add a lot of glitter to it. You can't really tell in the picture, but this is what the end result looks like. I think it turned out really cute. I think it's a beautiful pocket letter, and I hope that you enjoyed it as well.